What is going on, guys? It is Tempest and I'm going to be showing you how to get better at Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout. And the first thing I'm going to be talking about with you guys is how to dive down correctly. So what you need to do, guys, is when you're diving down, you got to reach about 70 ms, and once it's about 70 ms, then glide upwards like an eagle, like you're a bird, and you can stay in the air for a pretty long time, and your landing is almost going to be perfect majority of the time. Once you're landed, guys, it's not too hard to find a gun, so make sure you find a gun right away. Don't even bother about getting other things. The two most important things to grab right away is a gun and armor, and after you're done that, you can start killing people all around you and clearing out the area. You can grab a few meds here and there in first aid just to heal up, just in case someone else injures you. But all in all you need is a gun and armor. The next thing, guys, I'm going to tell you about is perks. Make sure you guys always use perks. Whenever you pick up perks, use it at the best time, because they can really help you out in times of need. Let's say there's a camper and then you got dead silence. You can use dead silence, and if someone's hiding in the building, you can rush that guy and he's not going to know which angle you're coming from. Or also with reinforced, let's say a guy has level 3 armor, or it doesn't matter what kind of armor he has. Let's say a guy is waiting for you and he just throws a concussion. You can easily counter that because you got reinforced. So always try to take advantage of perks and don't waste them in situations where you don't need them. Only use them in like particular situations where you feel like you're about to die. And I can tell you right now, there's so much perks that really help me out, like awareness. Awareness is good for people who like playing aggressive and likes to know where people are around him. And Skulker is good for being stealthy, and dead silence. Most of the perks in this game are pretty useful. Yeah, but just use it right away. It's gonna run out anyways, and you can always pick one up. So that's my thing about perks too. I always like dead silence and Skulker and paranoia, because those just help you find out where everyone is, and yeah, I just love it. So I'm going to be talking about aiming tips. When you aim with a gun, make sure you always try to aim for the head. It'll give you a better chance of killing someone faster, and it's just gonna give you an advantage overall. And if you guys struggle with guns with like a high recoil, like the Spitfire, try to aim at the foot first, because what I noticed is the recoil patterns are that they go up with SMGs. Like with any other SMGs, they always usually go upwards. So if you guys have trouble with your aiming, just aim at the foot and everything else will take care of itself. But all in all, guys, just keep practicing, and eventually you'll notice how to control the recoil, and you'll be much better than you were before. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the trauma kits. Trauma kits are super useful in this game, and it's a must-have because majority of the time some people have trauma kits on them. So once you kill someone, take their trauma kits and take it right away. Don't bother using it later. You always want to maintain the most health as possible, because you never know what kind of player you're going to run up against. He might have more health than you or better armor, so you always want to make sure you have the most health and most armor as possible. So always repair your armor and heal up whenever you can, and you'll be good to go, guys. And the thing with armor is level 3 armor is so overpowered. Like, I won't say it's overpowered, but it's like one of the game-changing things in this game, because once you have level 3 armor, like, you're pretty hard to kill. You're basically like, if you have a trauma kit and level 3 armor, you're basically a walking juggernaut. So especially for rushers, if you have that, if you're aggressive, then it's going to really help you out and get a lot more kills that way. And I highly recommend just grabbing level 3 armor. Like, whatever, I don't care if it's louder or something, it's just gonna save your life. So in order to find level 3 armor, usually you find them everywhere, but I'm sure they came up with the latest patch that made them a lot more harder to find. They're much more rare to find, and in order to grab a level 3 armor when you don't have level 3 armor in the beginning is to kill someone with level 3 armor. And that's the advantage aggressive players have over people who just not move around. Is they're always killing people, always upgrading their equipment, and people who don't do that, they're just stuck with the same items. And I don't recommend, guys. So if you want to get high kills and a high win rate, then you gotta be aggressive, but also tactical. You gotta be aware of your surroundings. So once you kill someone, take some time to loot them and take their trauma kits, because most of the time people have trauma kits in inventory. So take all of them as much as possible if you really need them. And yeah, that's a way in order to refill all your equipment if you're running out on items, because majority of time all the buildings are already looted and you just gotta count on other people to have that kind of loot for you. So guys, for movement around the map, what I do is I would just try to stick to as much cover as possible, whether it's buildings, trees, rocks. Just make sure when you're moving around you have cover to lean on, because you never know, someone might be shooting at you and you get hurt. So that cover provides you some safety where you can allow yourself to heal up and then start contesting that guy again. And if you don't do that, if you're just running around in an open area, sometimes you have no choice but like just try to avoid it. But like if you're running out in an open area and someone's shooting at you, the only things you can do is just move around and zigzag or slide, or also even start contesting him. But it's not the best way to go about it. Make sure that you have cover before you start moving. So just move cover to cover and you'll be much safer than ever. So that's that for how I move around the map. With the circle, guys, what I do with the circle is that I'm not really the first one to be in the circle. I'm actually one of the middle guys to be coming in. You don't want to be necessarily the last guy, because if you're the last guy coming in the circle, people are going to be expecting you coming from the circle, and sometimes you hurt yourself and lose some health when you're in the storm, and you're just going to be easy target. You're going to be easy kill for other people. So what I would suggest is just try to be in like the second, third, fourth, whatever guy, be around the middle. Maybe when the new circle pops in, just run there with maybe a minute left or 30 seconds left, not exactly when it switches, because people are going to be watching that circle and they're just going to be looking for people who are going towards the circle. So you gotta watch out for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Also with throwables, guys, make sure you pick up really nice throwables like concussions. That's a must-have for me. And cluster grenades, and also molotovs. Mesh mines provide you easy kills, especially if you know where to plant them. I suggest planting them on roads, because everyone uses roads when they're on a vehicle, and bridges, because it just gets you a few extra kills, and that's how I get a lot of my kills. Also, guys, don't forget to use sensor darts. Sensor darts are highly one of the most useful throwables in the game, and if you have one, you're just going to be able to see everyone. I highly recommend using it in the final circle, or in the second last circle, because you just get to see where everyone is around you, and you're just going to be making the game a whole lot faster, because you know where everyone is, and that could help you get a lot more kills that way. Another tip I have for you guys is always move when you're looting. You don't want to be stationary, because when you're being still, you're an easy target, and especially if someone has a sniper, you're gonna die instantly when you're just still, and you don't want that. And yeah, just keep moving around. If you find like an area where a guy's body is somewhat in grass or something, then go prone and just blend in, and that'll give you a chance to survive, and people are gonna find you hard to see. Also, never forget to take high ground. Always take advantage of that, because as you may know, there is bullet drop in the game, and it's so much easier aiming downwards than upwards in this game, and you're just gonna have a better time getting headshots in people, and it's just gonna kill people a whole lot faster. So always try to maintain high ground, especially if you have a sniper and an AR, and you'll be good and set to go. Another thing I want to talk about before I end off this video is the best gun combination. I highly recommend using a sniper SMG combination. If you're really good at sniper, it's going to be so much easier for you guys. You're going to get a lot of kills. It doesn't matter what sniper you have. I prefer the Outlaw, of course, but whatever sniper you have, it's always better to have a sniper all in all. And SMGs are great because they work at medium and short range. And the thing with shotguns, like why I don't prefer shotguns, is that it only works short range, and when you're in a medium gunfight, you're gonna lose the fight. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm not going to go too much in detail about it. If you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video.